Hello, if you're watching this video, then you've probably stopped by my booth at some point at the craft shows and saw my tiny cranes. I make them with cigarette paper and I cut them the size of a dime and I fold it into a fully folded 33 fold crane, just like the regular origami cranes. 33 folds and creases and uncreases and unfolds. If you're familiar with origami, you know how that works. So I'll give you a step-by-step process of how I make the tiny cranes and the supplies you'll need to do it. First, you want a very sharp, small pair of scissors. You're going to want some tweezers and a pocket knife, and dull is fine, probably better. And then cigarette papers, and you can get these at any convenience store for about $1. And you get quite a few. So you can make a lot of cranes with just this one package here. So what's nice about this is that they already come with these lines in them. And so we don't really have to measure. I've already counted that about 14 lines are going to equal the width of the dime. And so what we're going to do is take some scissors, count out 14 lines, and we're going to cut that so that we don't need to measure, okay? And so for the sake of time, I've already done that. Now, when we make the square, we're going to want it very square. As you know, origami paper has to be square, and we don't have a T-square. So if you do it this way, that straight edge on your cigarette paper, we're going to utilize that. And we've cut along that 14th line. Now we're going to fold this to where our point is exact. Now on this paper, you can press it and check it, and you'll hear me say that quite a few times during this process. So what we want to do is make sure that point is good. Press and check, and we want to check both sides. Make sure that that point is good, and it is. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cut along the straight edge. And that's going to give us a very square piece of paper for our origami crane. Now let's check to see. Yep, basically the dime. And we've done this phase and we've done that phase. So now we want to fold it back the way we had it, making sure our points are lined up. Now we're going to want to fold this triangle in half, and again, using our knife, line up those points, press it and check it. We want to make sure that when we line these points up, that point stayed in play. Looks like we could use a little movement on that. Press and check. Yep, so that's good. Let's check the other side. Yep, that's good. So now what we're going to do is take our pocket knife and open up one of the flaps to the point and twist it, and we want that corner to come down on top of the other points. Make sure they line up, and they do. So press it and check it. And now we're at the other stage, the next stage, I should say. All right, now we're going to flip it over and do the same. And as many of you know with origami, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Now we're going to, using the knife on that crease, flip it over. We want to make sure that when we go in on this flap that it opens up evenly. Now we want to make sure it comes down on top of all the points evenly, so we're going to press it and check it. Check the other side as well. Okay. So now we are at that stage right there. Okay. So now what we want to do is we have these flaps here. We want to take that, dropped it already early on. Okay. With the open end at the bottom, the point at the top, we want to bring this point over to the middle, and we want this edge lined up with the center fold. So let's do that. Press and check. That looks pretty good. Okay, we're going to do the other side. All right. Sometimes when you press and check, you got a lot to fix, but it's okay. You just keep changing, and as soft and thin as this paper is very forgiving. So that's why you can do all these pressing and checking. We're going to fix that, and we're going to fix that. Okay, let's see how we did. I think we can we need to fix this point right there. Dropped. All right. Okay, then flip it over to the other side. Do the same. Press and check. Okay. So now we're matched up with this stage right there. Okay. And that's the other thing, is you need to make sure you have a black cloth. If you do a floral cloth and you drop it, you're going to struggle finding your piece. Now, you want to make your fold, because we're just going to crease both sides. The other thing I forgot to mention early on is you want to make sure your hands are very clean and free of oil or even the lightest dirt, because this paper is so sensitive that it will pick up your oil from your hands and stain the white paper. And the reason we make that one fold across that top is because we're opening this wing up, and we're going to turn it inside out, and the hinge that we want to use is going to be that point. So okay, let's look at, okay, that needs to come open. So flip it over, and we're going to do the other side. Again, we're going to open up these wings, and we're going to turn them inside out and use the crease points on the two sides as our hinge. Okay. Looks like we're going to have to redo that one side. Now this wing part is one of the reasons why a lot of people give up on making the crane, even the normal size crane. They find that difficult. But if you make the right creases, it works real well. All right. So we got another fold to make. What we're going to do is on 2 on this side and 2 on the other, we're going to take that point and we're going to meet it in the middle. So basically we're going to fold this in half, okay? And that's what makes it a tiny crane. Okay, we didn't go quite far enough over. That's one. Nope, dropped it. Oh, thought I picked it up. And you'll do that. You'll drop it. Oh, what? Okay, we have the one side made. Now we need to flip it to the other side. Press and check. And a little more of a point on it'll make a difference on the head or tail, whichever that ends up being. All right, now we're at this stage. Now we have the head and the tail to do. So you open it up and put your pocket knife in there because you're going to flip it up. And then you're going to fold it in half with the pocket knife giving you the crease in the middle. Okay, you don't know if that's the head or the tail yet. I suggest you wait till you get both sides done. And a lot of times, it'll just tell you on its own if you got a head or a tail. When you fold it up, you're going to fold it at the very bottom of the bird. All right, so when you want to get in your tweezers here. Okay, so it looks like that this is going to be a better head on this end. And you're going to want to fold the top in just a little. And using your knife, crease the top. That'll be your head. Okay, then you want to take the tweezers, open up the wings. And what you're doing is going to open up the body. Just gently pull it apart, and you're going to have the body there. And there's your tiny crane. Okay. All right. So a little bit of a tip when you're making your necklaces. If you're going to put it in a potion bottle like that, I use gold because the crane represents good fortune. So I put it with gold flake for good fortune with money. And then I have some with crystals, which is good luck with love. But if you're going to put it in the potion bottle, there's some suggestions. First off, you want to put in whatever you're going to put in the bottle with your crane. And then you only want to glue 3 spots on your cork. 3 spaced out among the cork, around the cork diameter, and then glue it. And the reason is because you have to have the fumes from the glue escape. If you glue all the way around, the fumes are going to go inside the bottle and smoke up your glass. So please take my advice on that. Also, the hardware on the cork's not really made for any rigorous necklaces going on and off. So I suggest that you unscrew your little eyelets, put glue on it, and screw it in. That's going to secure your eyelet, which will hold your necklace and make it a little more durable, okay? All right. Well, enjoyed it, try it. It's not that difficult. You'll have fun, and hope to see you at one of my craft booths. Thank you.